Hello, everybody. It is your cycle breaking, truth telling, relationship solutionist. But I forgot that part. Great love attracting, can't leave that out. Life coach and relationship solutionist. And I thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Relationship Talk Tuesdays with moi. Today, oh man, we have a great topic today. Physical attraction or friendship? What is most important in a relationship? Yes, so definitely stay tuned. But for those of you that don't know me, I want you to know that what I do is I help women, high achieving women over 40 find love and keep it. In a nutshell, how do I do it? By helping them to redefine what makes them enough on their own terms, so they can break the cycle of failed relationships and attract real deal great love into their lives. So if you're listening live or listening to the replay, listen, that is what I'm all about. I'm telling you, I am still just absolutely my adrenaline level, everything, my molecules, everything are just still, on excite mode from the Love on Your Terms masterclass last week. Was it not off the chain? I'm telling you, it was fantastic. You know what? I'm going to say it again. It was the baddest masterclass on this side of heaven, with the baddest women this side of heaven participating. Y'all came in, you showed up, you showed out, and I am absolutely still just the testimonies and the talks that I've been having with people and the comments and the DMs about what you all got out of the masterclass. Oh, it just is music to my ears. Oh, and it just feels yummy to my soul. So I just wanted to say again a wholehearted thank you for those that participated live, for those of you that listened to the replays, for those of you that just took that time for yourself and did the work. I'm sure you came out with some piece of your soul that you did not have before. And I am just absolutely glad that I and Coach Alicia were able to deliver to you an experience that you will never, ever, ever forget. Like I said, we came in dancing, our technical team with Crystal Wright heading it. Honey, did we not dance? Yes, we did. We danced coming in and we danced coming out. And I am just so grateful for this class of the Doing Love Differently Transformation Program that's starting this week, building on what we learned last week. As a matter of fact, I was just talking to one of the participants and I was like, oh my God, I got to get off of this because I got to get ready for Relationship Talk Tuesdays, right? So yes, it's been a whirlwind, but I wouldn't take anything for it. I wouldn't take anything for it because I absolutely love what I do. And I love the people that I do it with. So, what about this topic? Physical attraction or friendship? Which is most important? Well, let me tell you something. I kind of grew up old school. Y'all know I'm over 60, right? And back when I was growing up, my parents' belief about romantic relationships was that you couldn't be friends with a man. That's what they told us. They said you can't be friends with a man because sex is going to get in the way. And just to let you know about the times, My parents even had trouble forming the words sex. My dad called it that thing. That thing will get in the way, right? So we didn't even talk about it. We didn't even use the words for it. And that's what they said. They said a man and a woman couldn't be friends. So the only thing that I had to go on was attraction. And you hope that the person that you thought was handsome and that you were attracted to, you only hoped that that person felt the same way about you. But that's all you had to go on, besides being told that in order for you to be wife material, you had to know how to cook, how to keep house, right? You had to know how to take care of children. So before you even knew your name good, a doll baby, we call them doll babies, was placed in your arms to kind of get you into the whole mode of being somebody's first round draft pick. Let's just call it what it is. So that they would want you. They'd want to marry you. Well, I understand that. But and I'll tell you this, the answers, I'm sure, depended on where you are in life. People who are younger and don't have a lot of life lessons yet, don't have a whole lot of experiences yet. I've found that a lot of younger people are going on attraction. They think that, oh my God, he's so cute, she's so sexy. They think that because they want to sleep with that person, they want to connect with that person, that hopefully that's the way to get to happily ever after, right? But I'm telling you, what I'm discovering, especially in Instagram, where within a certain age range, I have more men than women who seek me out and listen to me. I'm finding that there's a group of men that are coming up that are like, no, we want to understand women better. Attraction is not enough for us. We want to understand you all, because it seems like we're failing in this thing. And we want something real too. So for those of you that think that men aren't working on themselves, guess again. There's a crop of men coming up that are getting coached on relationships too. They might be reading those books on the down low because they don't want you to know about it, but they are just as concerned. They want to bring their best selves and be educated and be aware, because they understand that women are evolving, and with our evolution is coming even more of an understanding that we want something more. How many of you want something more? Yeah, I know, right? But then there are those that consider ourselves to be older and wiser, right? And so a lot of the older and wiser group said friendship. But I got a story around that, because when I was around, I think in my 40s, early to mid 40s, I was dating online. And I remember I put my profile up, and you know how it goes. I know they have different dating apps out now, but back then there were certain ones that you went to. And so I would go, and of course, you'd get into conversations with the person, and if you felt comfortable, felt like there was a connection made or something that you wanted to explore off the site, you would exchange phone numbers and continue the conversation. And as far as I was concerned, I thought that was the way for me to finally get to the point where we wanted to sit in front of each other and see if what we were experiencing on the phone would translate into real time looking at each other. And I had a huge awakening on that, y'all, because I had been talking to this man for about 2 weeks. He was funny, delightful, cool and everything. And we did connect on the phone. Without a doubt, we did. We truly, truly did. But when I met him in person, it was a whole different energy. He was still nice. But have you ever been with somebody that they were really nice on the phone, very likable, but then when they meet you, they have a different kind of energy about them? And they're saying things to you in real time that you're like, you never said this on the phone, right? Because now it's more of the, oh, God, you look good. Now, granted, being in my 40s, having somebody tell me I still look good, I ain't gonna lie, that felt good. It did. But when he came walking toward me, when he got out of the car and he started walking toward me, y'all, I'm just gonna keep it real. I wanted to like run away, screaming, no! But it was too late. He had seen me. And so I, didn't want him to have come there for nothing. And so at the coffee shop, we were just talking, and he was just kind of looking at me like I was a yummy snack. And I was like, oh, God. And then we were sitting in chairs, right? We were in a bookstore that had a fireplace. We were sitting in chairs, away from each other. And he started putting his chair closer to mine. And I was like, oh, Jesus, help me. And then he wanted to put his arm around the back of my chair. And I was like, God, no. So I say this to say, I think they both are important. I just think that as you get to know the person more and you relate more, you start shifting more toward knowing that what's really sustainable is the friendship. But there's got to be something that doesn't make you feel like, oh God, do I have to endure this? Do I have to endure this? I don't feel attracted to this person on no level at all. Jesus, take the wheel. I mean, you don't want it to be like that. You don't. So I think that it is a continuum that maybe when you start out and you don't have as much understanding, that physical attraction a lot of people go with. But listen to the wisdom of us people that had the school of hard knocks. Yes, it is a consideration, but it is not the overarching consideration. I like to tell people, when you meet somebody that you find that kind of sexy groove with, all those neurochemicals in your brain are firing. Woo! I mean, they look better than you thought possible. It's like when you had a little bit too much wine and the person looks so good to you. And then you wake up next to them. Okay, this ain't happened to nobody. Okay, I know. We are just making it a hypothetical. You wake up next to them, you go, ah! You got 4 eyes! Ah! Right? So the pleasure centers of your brain are not a reliable indicator that this person is the right person to build with. The right person to marry, to accept their proposal. Right? So I really think it really takes both. And physical attraction isn't just muscles. Right? Some of us are attracted to humorous men. Some of us are attracted to well-kept men. Some of us are attracted to men who are great thinkers. Right? Some of us are attracted to people when we watch them with their kids, playing with their kids, and we find that attractive. right? All those things are wonderful and they're great in the attraction box. But if you're looking for a keeper, before you give your heart away, before you sign on the dotted marriage certificate line, before you start imagining your last name being his, those of you that still do that, before you start kind of quasi shopping for a wedding dress, before you get locked and loaded on forever, you need to find out what this person is like, right? And what we old school people call friendship is where you feel comfortable with this person, that you can talk about everything, even those hard conversations, where this person is someone you can communicate with. They're not like what my son described as a mule. He works real hard for you, but you can't communicate with him. Right? Because communication is kind of important, right? We kind of want that. You want to know that you can be who you are. You want to know that you're enough. So I'm kind of in the middle of it, because one of the things that I said to my husband early on when we met, after we had met on a dating site, and we were meeting for the first time, and we were talking about, what we were looking for. And I told him, I said, I'm not looking for a friend in that sense of the word, in what we're talking about. I said, I'm not looking for a friend, right? The regular friend. I said, because the reason I'm on a dating site is because I'm looking for somebody to date. I said, and I do have male friends. And the reason they are my male friends is because I haven't slept with them. And I don't want to. Right? So that was me being true to my authentic truth in my 40s. Okay? Remember, context is key. I was in my 40s. And I was very, 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 very clear about what I needed. So I needed the physical attraction part. If I was going to be involved romantically, and if we were going to find that possibly we have something else going for us, I had to know that he was attractive enough that I wasn't going to be like that person, like, oh, don't touch me, or faking headaches, which some people do because they don't find that person attractive. Right? They don't relish the idea of being touched by them. They're not making love in the way that they are with each other before they even have sex. Oh, y'all didn't know that making love starts before you even get to the bed? That's going to be another Relationship Talk Tuesday. Did you find out, baby? The love making starts before. I'm not going to give away too many trade secrets on this here episode. But y'all remind me, we're going to have to come back to this. But my time is up. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. What do you have to say? What do you have to share? Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Let me read it later. Hey, Instagram people, put it in the comments, because I'm going to tell you about Instagram. Instagram won't let you know who was joining you. So I have no way to go back and say anything to y'all. So if you don't put something in the comments, I have no idea. Facebook, y'all a little bit different animal. But yeah, talk to me. Let me know what you're thinking. And if you think that'd be a juicy topic, maybe for next week, where we look at, sex outside the bedroom. Ooh, you say? So anyway, that's some grown folk stuff. Children are not allowed. So if you grown and sexy, come on back. We're going to have that talk. But until next week. Yeah, I told you I'm still on a rush from last week. Y'all did it to me. I want you to know, in case nobody's told you, that you're what? 100% worthy, 100% worth it, 100% enough. And listen, before I stop, if you have not joined our Facebook group, Love on Your Terms, you are missing something super kind of wonderful. So, the doors are open. You don't have to have registered for the master class. All you have to do is answer those pre-entry questions, and hey, you are in. So come on and let's get in this group where we're just, all of us are wanting more out of our relationships. And I can tell you this, it's not fluffy, it's not cotton candy. In this group, we know why we're there. We're there because we want more. And so that's the kind of content that you will find in this group. So make this one that you really want to participate in. Not one that you find out later somebody added you to it and you didn't even know you got added to it and you haven't even participated. Not nothing like that. Let this be one that you are intentional about joining, okay? The water is pretty warm over there and so are the people. Well, that being said, again, I've already said what you are. Until next week, this is Suzette Vernon, your cycle-breaking, truth-telling, great love-attracting life coach and relationship solutionist, signing out. Love y'all. Bye now.